Hey everybody, my name is Philip Shepard. I'm a local real estate agent located right here in Northwest Arkansas. And today we're talking about what are some great and amazing and fantastic things for kids to do in Bentonville, Arkansas. So let's talk about that. But before we jump into the content, if you could like this video and also subscribe, that would make the world of difference. I try to produce as much content as humanly possible. Like seriously, sometimes I'm not sure if I'm like part robot, part humanoid, part human, part whatever, Android, but I try to produce as much content as humanly possible about Northwest Arkansas. So subscribing to the channel and also liking the video makes the world of difference. Thanks a lot, guys. I appreciate it. And the first place that you definitely, without a shadow of a doubt, need to bring your kids to Bentonville, Arkansas is the Amazeum. The Amazeum is just an amazing place next to Crystal Bridges up in like northern Bentonville area. Some of the great things you can do at the Amazeum is like tinkering place. There's coding classes, all sorts of different things you can work on with kids. So again, it's not only a good exercise for kids, but also there's so many different like Amazeum things to do at this place. So some of the really cool things that you can do at the Amazeum is like the Hershey Lab, the 3M Tinkering Hub. So that's where you can do all sorts of like coding and sort of computer stuff. Load and haul, General Mills lift, load and haul. We have the Walmart market, of course, Nickelodeon Play Lab, and also like Nature Valley water amazements. So those are a couple of just amazing things you can do actually at the museum. There's so much to do here. So you can become a member and go for free. And it's just a one-year membership. It's really affordable for friends and family. So definitely check that out. And if you are coming down to Bentonville, Arkansas, and you're just checking it out, you can just get day passes, but I would definitely recommend getting the membership because we both know that you'll be moving down to Bentonville, Arkansas before you know it. Some other really cool things that you can actually do at the museum, it's really honestly endless. It's the art studio, nature and weather, studio grow. There's a homestead farming cabin, which is hilarious. The cave, which is obviously kind of exciting. You get headlamps and kind of go through everything. Canopy climber, and then cloud theater, emergent explorers, and also the outdoor playscape. So no matter what, there's so many things for your kids to do at the Amazeum right in Bentonville, Arkansas. And next door to the Amazeum is Crystal Bridges. Crystal Bridges is a sight to behold. I'm gonna, like, not to exaggerate, but there's millions and millions and millions of dollars worth of art right in Crystal Bridges. One of the great things about Bentonville, Arkansas is Walmart is HQ'd right in Bentonville. And one of the people that is associated with Walmart, Allison Walton, I think she's the granddaughter of Sam Walton, original maker of Walmart. She's a big art investor. She's big into culture, big into everything when it comes to art and culture of Bentonville. So she decided to make Crystal Bridges about 10 years ago, and it's just changed the whole environment of Bentonville, Arkansas. So one of the great things that you can take your kids to in actual Bentonville is Crystal Bridges. There are so many things to see at Crystal Bridges. Now, definitely it's a little bit more geared towards adult, like, adult paintings and stuff like that. But there are so many unique and fun things to do at Crystal Bridges. There is kind of like a kids section. There are some really interesting things to do with kids. But the nice thing I like about Crystal Bridges is that it's kind of a great introduction into art and culture around the whole world, because there's paintings from everywhere around the world. There's very specific paintings around the world. And also, really cool thing happened in the summer is the fact that the Constitution, one of the only remaining Constitution papers, is coming to Bentonville, Arkansas. So it's kind of a good thing to take your kids there, kind of explain some of the history, some of the fun things, and some of the interesting things of American history, all through art and culture. So when you go from the museum, definitely check out Crystal Bridges. And also, one of the really cool things about Crystal Bridges is there's artwork all along in the area of Crystal Bridges. So not only is it inside art, but there's outside art as well. So definitely check out all those different things going around Crystal Bridges. Also, that reminds me, I have a 3-day itinerary. So maybe you're thinking about checking out Northwest Arkansas. Download my 3-day itinerary link below. Maybe you're an adventurer, maybe you're a sports person, maybe you're a foodie, maybe you're into culture, maybe you're a sightseer, maybe you have kids. So definitely download my 3-day itinerary, because when you get down here, you're gonna notice there's so much to do in Northwest Arkansas. So the 3-day itinerary kind of helps you focus on some of those main awesome things you can do in 3 days when you're down here. And also, when you do come down here, definitely give me a call, shoot me a text, and we can see how far your dollar will go in Northwest Arkansas compared to where you're coming from. And the third thing you definitely need to bring your kids to in Bentonville, Arkansas, and it's kind of located right in the downtown section, it's called Lawrence Plaza. So the thing I love about this area specifically is they turn it into an ice skating rink in the wintertime. So they'll like fill it up and actually like just, kind of block it off, and you can do ice skating not all year long, but during the wintertime in Bentonville, Arkansas. But on top of that, during the summertime, it actually becomes a splash pad. So it's really fun because obviously if you want to cool off in the summertime, definitely check out Lawrence Plaza. Or if you want to learn how to do some ice skating, definitely check out Lawrence Plaza in the wintertime. But the really cool thing, it's right next to Wright's Barbecue, some of the best barbecue you'll ever have in your life. It's also next to Slaughter Pen, which is kind of the entry point for all things trail system in Bentonville. And it's right next to the square. So there's great food down there. There's so many things to do in the actual square of Bentonville, just in general. So Lawrence Plaza is kind of like this really nice little offshoot off the square of Bentonville to bring your kids cool down or to learn how to ice skate. So definitely check out Lawrence Plaza, because it's definitely something worth check out for food, for trails. And also there's a lot of mural and artwork located around that area too. So it's definitely an adventure right around there. And the fourth thing you definitely need to check out in Bentonville, Arkansas for your kids is Buddy Pegs. Now, Buddy Pegs is a business located in Bentonville, and they're really geared towards helping teach kids how to ride bikes and start getting into mountain biking or some more, over hills and stuff like that. And so it's really fun because the fact that if your kid isn't necessarily ready to ride a bike yet, or maybe starting to struggle a little bit, or maybe like kind of in that training wheel phase, you definitely need to check out Buddy Pegs because they have so many classes and so many events around the area. Because obviously Bentonville, Arkansas, if you're not aware, is the mountain biking capital of the world. And so one of the things that Buddy Pegs does is make sure that those next generation of bikers is ready to hit the trails in Bentonville, Arkansas. So if you're coming down to Bentonville and you're kind of testing out the area, just kind of see if this is a place for you, you definitely need to check out Buddy Pegs. There's events all the time. You can show up at their HQ and check their website out, and I'll leave a link below to their website, of course. But definitely see if you're here, maybe have your kid jump on a bike and practice with some other kids around the area. And it's a lot of fun because they do a lot of events around Bentonville and other places around NWA. So you might see them at events, you might see them at other places, you might see them at like almost like racing events. So definitely check out Buddy Pegs when you're coming down here. It's really a lot of fun. And the next one on the list is Let's Imagine Playground right in Bentonville. So this place is really fun because it's a great drop-off location for your kids if you need them to burn a little energy. And so they have monthly memberships, they have daily memberships, totally good for parents, of course. But imagine like a combination, like the perfect combination of a trampoline place, a Amazeum, and also like the McDonald's playground area, except just nicer. Bring it all together, and that's what you got, Imagine Playground in Bentonville. So definitely check them out because one of the things that is really interesting is they just have a wide range of ages, and you can do birthday parties there. So say for instance, like you have some kids and they want to like burn some energy and have a ton of fun. They definitely do birthday parties and all sorts of different events as well. So it's a great place to bring kids. They have monthly memberships, and it's kind of like this all-encompassing place to, burn some energy, have kids like jump around in places and monkey bars and all sorts of other things. They have some foam places as well. So definitely check out Let's Imagine Bentonville because your kids are going to love it for sure. And last, but certainly not least, is Climb Bentonville. So Climb Bentonville is right off of kind of off the main section of Bentonville, so kind of on the south end of town. But it's this great place because it's kind of probably a little more geared towards older kids or maybe even close to middle school, high school. But the nice thing is obviously it's a climbing place, but it's a great place, maybe your kids aren't necessarily into sports, like maybe basketball or baseball or something like that. And maybe climbing is their thing. So Climb Bentonville is a great place to have a good outlet for burning energy and learning a really good skill set. Because obviously climbing is becoming a bigger and bigger thing around Northwest Arkansas. Biking has taken over the whole area. It's the biking capital of the world. Climbing is slated to be the next big thing around NWA because there's so many mountains and cliffs and all sorts of different things that are around Northwest Arkansas. So everyone's expecting climbing to be the next big thing around the area. And so Climb Bentonville is a great place to send your kids, get a membership, and after school around the area, or if you're coming down to visit the area, definitely check out Climb Bentonville because it's a great place for some of those older kids, middle to high school kids, to practice just a unique skill set that they're going to be able to use in the whole area in the upcoming future. That's all I have for you guys today. I really appreciate you guys watching. Again, if you are thinking about moving down to Northwest Arkansas, or at least checking it out, download my 3-day itinerary link below because there's so much to do when you get down here. When I first moved down here, I realized there's so much to do. And so I made a 3-day itinerary for the adventurer, for the sports person, for the foodie, for the sightseer, and also for kids. And so download that 3-day itinerary link below. And also, when you do come down here, I can give you the $10 tour and we can see how far your dollar will go in Northwest Arkansas compared to where you're coming from. All right, guys, I'll see you in the next one.